So hello and welcome. Now today we're going to make a start on aromatherapy. Now it's a really big subject, but I wanted to start off with a few sort of, I don't know, health and safety maybe, a few ideas. Anyway, so I've got what I think I need for the video, and if there's like a deliberate second part where I've changed my clothes and my hair's grown a foot, it means that I've watched the video back and I really know that I've missed out all the important stuff, all the interesting stuff. Now aromatherapy is a great thing, it's a great tool to have in your toolbox, and it's just, it's lovely, you know, why not spoil yourself? Now there's loads of brilliant books out there on aromatherapy, and yeah, if you can get one, read it. The internet's a brilliant source of information as well. I've got something about having a hardback copy, so got rid of that. Now aromatherapies, so you can buy them from a shop and you can buy them online. I actually buy them online. Now when you find a new online supplier that you like, I always recommend just to do a really small order, just to check the quality for yourself before you spend a fortune, and you can spend a fortune. Okay, now the dilution that you should use on your skin is 2%, so that works out at 25 millilitres, which is about sort of that square, and that's 12 drops. Now if you're using it on your face where your skin is a lot thinner, then we're down to 1%, or if you're using it on a child, you might want to even go to 0.5%. So for every fluid ounce or 25 millilitres, we're talking just 3 drops, okay? And it is best to be safe than sorry. One of the things you can do, and I've seen beauty therapists with this, that they have such an extreme overuse allergy to it that it literally is, it's like burning acid, and it not only affects their work, it also affects, you know, everyday products that they might use, so they've then got to be very careful. But that's the extreme case. So most of the time it's quite safe to use if you follow the instructions. So when you buy your aromatherapy oil, it usually comes in 10 millilitres. So this is tea tree. I just picked it up by random, and this one is actually quite a good example for me to actually pick up, because if you burn this one, then it's a really good antiseptic. So yes, just 3 drops. So I've got a bowl here, and it literally is that, and you know, you're done. And then you would need to use, this is a 25 millilitre bottle, so you can see how small amount that is. Alright, now aromatherapy oils. So they come in 3 different scents or dispersals of flavour, of fragrance. Now it's not a rule of thumb that the ones that linger for about a week, and I mean a week when we're talking about sandalwood and rose, they do actually stay around for about a week. They are more expensive. Now for a bottle this size you can expect to pay £50 for sandalwood and £50 for rose, pure rose. So there is room to get ripped off here, so you know, this is why I say do a small order first. Now aromatherapy oils should be stored, if you buy aromatherapy oils, it has to be in a dark bottle. Now a light can affect the smell, so if it's not in a dark bottle, you know that there's something going wrong. Now, so it's got to be stored in the dark. I have a very simple box. This is for storing the oils that I keep downstairs for just purely burning. So like my sandalwoods, some I use upstairs in the therapies, but cedarwood I don't use on the skin at all, but I do like it just to burn in the front room. Now when I'm talking about burning in the front room, so we have an oil burner. Now, I used this last night and you can see it's pretty yucky. So I usually don't burn oil in those beautiful glass ones that you've seen. And it is a simple case, tea light, light it, a little bit of water, you know, not to the brim, and then you drop your oils on. So, oh yeah, carrier oils. Now, if you do go to a supplier, a good supplier, they'll have all sorts of carrier oils. They'll have coconut oil, jojoba oil, and they will also have hemp oil. Hemp oil is quite nice, although it has got a dark colour to it anyway. So I usually try and avoid hemp. Now, I did work in a really posh health farm for a number of years, and we used to buy it from Tesco's, grapeseed oil, in boxes. It used to come delivered and we just used to use that. So, you know, that's why I pulled that grapeseed out. That is purely for cooking. So, yeah. So, mix it with a grapeseed oil or equivalent, and you can use, we have something called E45 cream. Now, this is just a pure paraffin wax hand cream. Doesn't smell of anything, so you can mix it with that as well. But if you've got a lightly fragrant hand cream you like, then you can put your 3 drops in for your 25 milliliter. Alright, now I did have loads to tell you, and I should have wrote a list so I can talk in depth about each thing. So far we talked about storage, and they don't like light, they don't really like heat or cold. So, you know, I keep them in the house, and yeah, I keep them in a box. Upstairs, I keep them in a drawer, so that's why they're in a little tub at the minute, because I had to take them out to a friend's who wanted just to sniff them to try different ones. Alright, so that's the basics, and we've just talked about massage. I personally use them for more than that. Here I've got a little roller ball, and this pops off, yeah, and you can fill it with your diluted mixture of your favourite aromatherapy mix. Now, I did start to say before I wandered off, train of thought is that there's 3 depths of flavour. So the light ones, now they disperse within a couple of hours, and we're talking about lemon, nice fresh thin smells. Okay, thin is the word I'm going to use. And then the medium level ones, we've got things like lavender, which is quite heavy, yeah, and stays around for a good couple of days. We've got geranium, and then we've got the more herby ones. Now, these are very therapeutic, and any herb that you might read, like carry sage, is good for them. And then chamomile, we all know chamomile tea is good for relaxing, so chamomile oil would be then good for relaxing. I am going to go into all these oils more deeply, but this is just like an intro and an overview. So yes, and then I can keep this roller ball on. If I mix it down to 1%, then I can use it on my face, and it really is, I could use it with like rosemary to pick me up if I'm yes, not able to drink coffee. Alright, so yes, other ways of using them. Now, this is bog standard milk. I use this in the bath, and I'm going to do it in a bowl. Normally I do it in a cup when I'm doing it for, you know, myself, the family. Yeah, you didn't see that, well, you didn't hear that, but I'm going to do it in a bowl just to show you. Now, I've said you can't use these neat on your skin. What happens if you dissolve oil in water is you do get like it blobs, it doesn't disperse. So milk has got fat in it, it's got water in it, and it's a natural emulsifier. So I've got some Roman chamomile, which is blue. It's really blue. And I'm going to put it in the bowl so you can see that it disperses. Yeah? And then I can give it a swirl and it will disperse more. But if that was water, what I'd have is just a sheet of water and a great big blob of oil. Now, so that wouldn't help me at all. You know, it might hit my skin, it might, yeah, but then I've literally got neat oil in. So what I do is put it in milk, just a couple of drops, and then put it in the bath. This won't be wasted, by the way. Okay. Now, the other thing you can do is vodka. So we need to disperse the oil in a carrier. Now, if that was used directly on the skin, you could use oil, or you could use a vodka to disperse it. Now, getting hold of a spray bottle, yeah, you should be able to buy them from your main oil supplier, yeah, or not, but then you can wash it and you can replace it. And then simple, I wouldn't go for any flavoured vodka because that would have flavouring in it. And then I'm going to put it in a bowl so you can see, and I'm going to use the nice blue shiny chamomile, and I don't need much. And if it was just water in this spray bottle, then it wouldn't disperse. So yes, you get to see the top of my head again. Yeah, I've got a bald spot. It's old age. So this is just for vodka, neat vodka, and this is the nice blue oil. So I'm just going to put one drop in there. And you can see that it's gone globby, like it would do if it's water. So I'm going to need to stir that. And then I can put it in my nice aerosol container. Sorry, I'm not doing something behind me. I'm just getting something like a fork or something. Yeah, I must admit I've never used this as an aerosol before, so that's why it's kind of like, So we can see that I can get it to disperse, and with a little bit of time and effort, I can get all those globulets all so small. Now, when you are using oil in the bath, do remember that it can make the bath a bit more slippy. So that's why, you know, you just got to take care. So, and that will hold those little globulets of aromatherapy oil, and then you can use them as a spray. And it is just neat vodka. So, and that will last for about 3 to 6 months. But even with lightweight oils. So you could do a very weak mixture, mix it up in vodka, and then mix it up, the vodka, then in water, and then you can have like an aerosol, a mister, and then you can use it on yourself when it's really hot. So, okay. Now, I always keep the bottles and I reuse them. And if you have a friend that wants, I don't know, she's suffering with headaches, so you want to give her something like a rose or something mixed down, then you've got something to give it to her in. So yeah, peeling off the labels is terribly hard, but that's fine. So there are a couple of other things you can do. I've got this bowl here with that little bit of water in. You fill it up with hot water, and then you get a flannel or a tea cloth, put that in there, soak that in there, and then if you put a couple of drops of lavender, and then you can use it as a hot mask. It's quite nice to do before a treatment of a facial, but then again you have to mix the oil down, so don't forget that part. Another thing you can do is if you've got a bit of spare cloth and you have the time to clean the bath afterwards, do be warned about that. Take the cloth, and then you can fill it up with oats, and then you can put a couple of drops of the oil you want, wrap it all like that, take a hair tie, just a hair tie, wrap that round there, and then you can put the whole lot in your bath. So that's quite a nice thing to do. And then the milk from the oats, and we're talking just porridge oats here, will then disperse, and yeah, smell lovely and make the bath nice and creamy. And yeah, as long as you keep that hair tie around there so that it doesn't mish in the bath. And then if you use a soft bit of fabric, you can then use it as a little bit of a exfoliating gentle scrub. Now I'm going to watch this back. If I'm back in 5 minutes, then I know I've forgotten something important. So, aromatherapy oils, yes, great, but a bit dangerous. One of the things that we have in England is when they come through on the post, the label on it, I have to sign for it and I have to prove that I'm over 18. Well, that's not hard. And, you know, it says extremely dangerous, extremely flammable, and they have to send it by a special courier. But that might just be an English thing because we're a bit, I don't know, health and safety conscious. Okay, alrighty. I do have an aerosol floofer. Perhaps I should have brought that in. Alright, I'll be back in like 5 seconds. I know I'm going to do that. And yeah, I think I've got everything. Okay, so I'm back. Basically, I have this diffuser. Now, we don't light candles and leave them in a room. You know, candles okay as long as we're in the room. So this diffuser is what we use on the stairs. And basically, we put some water in it. If someone's not well in the house, we'd use tea tree, and they use it in like French hospitals, and it kills the bugs in the air. And if they've got like a snuffly nose, then we'll put eucalyptus in. Now, I also like to use black pepper. This really boosts the immune system. So, you know, I always recommend 3, no more than 3 different smells, because it just gets a bit pongy and you can't differentiate. And then you push the cap back down. It's got a little hole in the front. It's quite dramatic, this one. And yeah, and then it goes beep. So without actually spilling it. And it's got a light on it and it's got a mist on it. So yeah, we just leave that on the stairs to do its thing. It'll take a couple of seconds. I can see it. I don't know if that's coming up on camera, but it is a way to disperse the oils. Now the other way, so we have our oil burner, and as I said, I don't like leaving candles in a room unattended, but if I am in the room, they are very pretty. So I'm not filling this right to the brim, and that's just pure water I've put in there, and I suppose I've got maybe 1/3 inch from the top, and then light your candle and slowly leave that to go. Okay, well, thanks for your time. I hope you stay tuned for the rest of the aromatherapy videos, where we'll be looking in depth at each individual oil, and then we'll do a separate one on carrier oils. Okay, but other uses for aromatherapy oils, we've got compress, we've got the you know, the soak in the bath thing, and we've got woofing for the air. Alright, now there are other things in the market. This I think we got from Amazon, and it works just fine for us, so we enjoy it. Alright, enjoy your aromatherapy oils, it's a very important thing. And yes, more videos to come.